Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Killstar haul. I know you really like the Killstar hauls, so I've got 5 things to show you. So if you like the sound of that and want to hear some reviews of these pieces, some of them are quite new or newish, then do keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I will get straight into the video. So I was actually contacted by Killstar via email asking if I wanted to receive a few pieces, either to do some like Instagram content or to film a YouTube video. Thank you to Killstar for gifting me these pieces to review. I do have, as I said, 5 in total. I opted for a YouTube video because I do like to thoroughly review pieces and you seem to really enjoy them. As always, this will be an honest review. I will go through sizing, quality, what else? Sizing, quality, details, and I will also have a try on of each piece after I have talked about it. And if you'd like to see me style these pieces, my Instagram is at simply_spooky. I have just changed the lighting because it keeps like being really cloudy and then really bright. So that's if you can see like a lighting change. But I got a few like cards in my order, and in my previous order as well, I used up like some of my vouchers, and I did get like a Addams Family cards like this one with like the quotes on it, and also a pin badge and a sticker. So it is nice to see they're starting to do the cards and more of like the small like extras, because I always love that. So they've got one that's about like their app, and then there's 2 others. So there's one that's kind of advertising the new Carrie collaboration with Killstar, so that's the first one, very gory. And this one, it says, "If I can't bend heaven, I will raise hell." So that is this one. And it's got like a model on the back, and then there is this little card. It says, "Hey there, welcome to our alternative world, Killstar." So that's just like a little card. So I picked some things that were more on like the autumnal side, because we are going into we are in autumn now, and definitely it's getting a lot colder. So I picked some more autumnal colours and some kind of wintry pieces as well. I will start with one of the dresses. So this one caught my attention when it came out because I love a black and yellow aesthetic. I think it looks really cool. I don't do it often enough, but I love like a yellow eyeshadow look with, and I think with some gold jewellery, this would look cool. So this one is called the Folk Horror Bodycon dress. I've also been really getting into bodycon dresses recently as well, and it's basically like very simple in design. Like it's quite high, like a crew neck style. It does have short sleeves. I'd say these kind of come down about here, like they're a bit longer than like normal short sleeves. And then it's basically a bodycon dress. There's not like much to it other than that, apart from this print that it's got going on. It's got like a high neck, it's got sleeves, you can see they're like a little bit longer, and then it just goes all the way down, kind of flares out towards the hips a little bit, and then goes in. So it almost looks like a tarot card style design, but it's not. It's got all these like occult almost looking things. So it's got like scarecrows missing their heads, it's got suns, candles, moons, like hands, crow feet, ravens, goats. It's got so much, and they're all very different. Snakes, florals. It looks very much like autumn witch kind of vibes to it. So that is the print, and that's what mainly drew me to this. Like I do love a bodycon dress, and I thought this print along with the colours were really nice. And I'd say it's more like unique out of the other pieces that they have brought out recently. So that's the details of this piece. Very simplistic, like it is very much a like t-shirt almost style bodycon dress. And the tag of this, they're all new, and this says, "Normal people don't know how beautiful the darkness is," in this kind of gothic looking text. So I like the new sayings. And then it's got this like red bat, and that does match the tag as well. They've got this like new red bat design, which is very vampy, which is cool. Sizing wise, I got everything in a small. I looked at like reviews on their website, I looked at the size chart and everything, and I should be a small for everything. I am usually a small in Killstar, but there have been some pieces where I've been an extra small and a medium, but they have been quite rare. Like, there's only been a couple of pieces. I got this in a small and I'd say it fits me really well. It does have some stretch, which you want in a bodycon dress, so you can kind of move in it. I will say I was a bit concerned about the material when I got it out, because it does seem quite thin. So it doesn't look see-through, but if you stretch it, it's kind of see-through, but it isn't when it's like not stretched. But it does feel very much like that. Is it viscose? What is it? Yeah, 95% viscose, 5% elastane. So it's very much that thin material, and it's not my favorite for a bodycon style. I feel like if this didn't have the print on, it would look very, very clingy, especially on like the stomach and the hips area. Because it does have such a full-on print, it doesn't look as bad. I do generally prefer a thicker material or like a mesh for bodycon dresses, because I just think it flows over like those areas a lot better, and it doesn't like cling or stick to them. But generally I think it's fine. Like, I wouldn't feel self-conscious wearing it out or anything. I just think the material isn't the best for bodycon dresses. But overall, I do actually really like this one. I like it more than I thought I would, and I think styling wise, because it does have such a high neck, I'm hoping I can kind of pair a choker with this and it would look really cool with the harness. I do have the, is it Wonder harness? I'll put a photo on the screen. It is by Killstar. I still need to fix that because the straps are a bit long for me, but I feel like that with this could look really cool with maybe some black tights, some like chunky or platform boots with a cardigan, because it is short sleeved. So I definitely think this with like a cozy long cardigan could look very witchy, with like a mustard yellow makeup look. I think that's how I'm gonna wear this. So that's the first one. I'd say overall I like it. I prefer the material to be a bit thicker, and the price of this one was £34.99. so I don't think that's too crazy. That's kind of standard for Killstar pricing, and it kind of stays true to the old pricing as well, because dresses have always been around £30. I'd say overall I do like this one. It feels very soft, so I am happy with this one. Onto one of the tops now. Also, I have just changed the filter because this weather outside is driving me crazy. This is new, and immediately when it came out I thought it looked really cool. I do have quite a lot of Killstars like long sleeved tops. I've got one with like an O-ring, one that's very like Victorian with bell sleeves, another one that's like vampy with the cross and the cape, and I do really like those tops. And this one kind of reminded me of those because it's that long sleeve style with kind of fancy sleeves, but this time it's velvet. So this one is called the Gathering long sleeve top. Again, I got this in a size small. They also have this available in a dress as well. I was kind of between the dress and the top, but I think this could be made into like so many different styles depending on the skirt or trousers that you paired this with. Details of this one is it does have a very high neck. I'd say it kind of sits where my choker is. It is quite a small neck as well, and then it's got a button on the back of it so you can get it to fit quite tight around the neck. The button seems like well sewn on and everything, and then it kind of has that keyhole design that would sit at the back of your neck. And then the main detail on this top is this kind of giant upside down, well not upside down, I guess it's kind of more to the side, moon. And this has got like a fishnet material underneath. Yes, you can see it's like kind of see-through. It's not revealing in any way though. The placement of this I would say is pretty good. It's quite long, like it's not cropped at all. And then you've got the sleeves which kind of go in up here and are quite like, not figure, arm hugging. And then they kind of flare out from here. So the whole sleeve is very long, but they do like have this slit in it that you can kind of see. So when you're wearing it, they do kind of flow down, and I'd say because of that like cut in the material, they do sit quite nicely. I feel like the material would go all the way up to your hand if it wasn't cut like that, so it is supposed to be that kind of witchy vibe to the sleeves. So overall, I actually think the quality of this one seems nice on first impressions. The velvet seems very like soft, and it's not a crushed velvet, it feels very just soft and like a nice quality. I haven't seen any loose threads. It's a shame because unfortunately this is just the tiniest bit too small. I'd say the high neck is just a bit too tight, like I can definitely feel it on me. Because I wear a choker like every time I go out, I will probably get used to that. I always feel like sometimes when you put something on, it can take a bit of time to get used to it and then it becomes comfortable. So I'm kind of hoping that's going to be the case with this, because I just feel like that is a very small neck gap. So I probably, if I was to get this again, probably get a medium, just so it's a bit more comfortable on the neck, and the length of it's fine, the arms aren't tight or anything, but I do find like the seam on the shoulder, if I hold this up, hopefully you can see, but there is like a seam, and it's the seam that would kind of sit just here that connects like the top part to the sleeves. It just sits a bit far up and it makes the top look too small. So I just feel like the shoulders needed a bit more and the neck needs to be a bit looser, because the rest of the top actually fits really well. Like it's not too tight in the waist or on the chest, like it fits me well everywhere else. It's just the neck and the shoulder seam, just I feel like it needs to be just moved over a bit. This is a size small, and usually like all the other tops that I've had from them in a small fitted me perfectly, so I definitely say this comes up a little bit on the smaller side, and it could be the material. The other materials have been very stretchy. This does not have a lot of stretch to it. It is velvet. Like it has give a tiny bit but not really stretch, so I'd say if you were between sizes, definitely size up for this one, and I think it is due to that material. But it is a shame because quality wise it seems really nice, so that would be on your neck. It's just it's a very short amount. I don't know, I just wish it would just sit, because it almost feels like it wants to then move when you like move your arms, like it's kind of creeping up. Hopefully you understand what I mean, but I just wish it just sat a bit better and had a bit more room up here. So that's my main criticism with this one. So yeah, sizing is a bit on the small side, it's a bit on the small side. Quality seems really nice, and I do like the design of this. I think with like more of a red skirt you could get a vampy look, because it is velvet. It does have like cool sleeves, but you could definitely do like a witchy look with the moon and again the sleeves. So you could definitely get a bunch of different looks out of this. But that was this one, and this one was £34.99. So you can kind of see that this is the same price as this. So this you get like a full outfit, but then this one definitely feels like there's more to it with like detail wise, material wise. So I'd say again that's kind of standard for their pricing. The next dress now this I saw a girl on Instagram wear, and I thought it looked really pretty, and I saw it come out on Killstar, and that was one of the pieces I kind of had my eye on, and it's called the Marie Zip dress. Again, I got it in a small, and this is that dress that's like half and half. I don't tend to wear a lot of split things. I usually like my outfits to be symmetrical, so this is a bit different for me, but I don't find a lot of things have that kind of pastel purple in it, and I do have like pastel purple makeup, and I never have the right, I think I've got one skirt that's like pastel purple and that's about it. So I was quite excited to have this in my collection, and this to me feels more of a spring piece, but I feel like you could layer this on top of a long sleeve top or a mesh top especially, and give it more of like a look for autumn. I'm not sure if you would fit this on top of a jumper. You could definitely try. So yeah, the details of this one is it's got these straps, and this gives it like a dungaree look, and it's got these really cute heart buckles, so it definitely has that kind of pastel cute goth look to it. So it's got one in black, and then the other one is in like a pastel purple tartan, and these straps are really good. Like, they've got 4 adjustable options. I put it on and I adjusted mine to here, because I sometimes find that adjustable things, like, they don't have enough holes for where I need it to be, like I've ran out. So I feel like this did quite well with that, because I didn't even need to adjust it to the tightest one. So I do like that these are adjustable. And then it's got this sweetheart neckline to it, and this zip goes all the way down, and it is functional, like this is how you get it on, and it does have a little heart zip, which I feel like ties in the ones on the straps really well. This seems like a decent zip. Yeah, like it doesn't get stuck at any point. Like, it seems like a good decent zip. I think the aesthetic of it is really nice. And then you've got 2 sides. So you've got the black side and then the pastel purples. So yeah, you've got the chest area here, and then it kind of flows out, and as you can see there is a lot of material to this dress. It kind of has that, what's it called, like a tea dress look to it almost. For my height, I would prefer it to be a bit shorter. It definitely kind of starts to hit my knee, but if you are tall, this would be a good option because it is like a decent length. I forgot to say for this one, this is a really good length on me. It's not too short, not too long. But back to this one. So yeah, that's kind of all the details, and then the pastel print looks like this. It's kind of black and purple with hints of green in it. It's a really nice kind of tartan. It also has like a lining inside, which is quite nice, because this does feel quite soft, but this lining feels like even softer, so that's nice that they've put a lining in here. Quality wise, I will say this does feel really nice. Like, the stitching inside looks really neat actually. Like, it looks really neat. The dress definitely has like a bit of weight to it, and the material of this, I don't know, I guess it's polyester maybe. Viscose, polyester and elastane. Stretch wise, it's definitely a little bit stretchy, but the material of this feels really thick and really nice. Like, it feels like high quality when you feel it. The only thing I'd say I don't particularly like is because it's such a thick material, it has a lot of material on the skirt, and I feel like it can puff out a bit too much. Like, when I put it on, I was like, I'm not sure, and then I added a belt, and I feel like that was kind of a game changer, but I wouldn't wear this without a belt. So I think on the try on I'll pair it with the belt that I originally tried it on with, but again, it is a Killstar one, and it's got heart buckles at either side, and I feel like that matches this really well because it's got all the heart details, but it just brings in the waist a little bit more, like a bit lower down, because I feel like the waist almost sits a little bit too high. I feel like with a belt it brings in that waist a bit more and gives it that kind of silhouette that I'm after. So that would be my only thing. I do feel like there's a lot of material. It almost feels like there should be pockets because there's so much material, like you want to put your hands in the pockets. It doesn't have pockets, but it definitely feels like it would. Yeah, so actually the quality of this is really nice, and I was quite impressed, to be honest. Sizing wise, it fits me well. And lastly, the price. This one was definitely on the pricey side. This one was £54.99, and I feel like that's more than I would pay for a dress like this. That's actually why I originally didn't get it. I think I paid £54 for like a velvet long sleeved one, and I still think I got some money off that. So I feel like I can justify that more in my mind if it's got long sleeves and it's more like warm. Whereas this is definitely like a more of a summery spring short sleeve. I mean, it doesn't have sleeves, it's got straps, but it's, I don't know, I would pay more like 40 for this, I would say. I don't know if it's more because it feels like a lot of a nice quality, I'm not too sure, but it does feel nice. I just think it's a bit more expensive than what I would pay for it. So definitely like wait for a sale or something. I think I do I have a code? I think I've got £5 off your first order, so if that's still valid I will leave it in the description box for you, along with all of the links. But that was this one anyway, and I am in general really pleased with this one. So that was this dress. A top and a cardigan left, and also a lipstick. So the one I'll go on to next is one that was one of the first items I picked, and it's called the Stillness corset top. Again, I got it in a size small. I've definitely got into corset tops a lot more lately. I found a vintage M&S one and I wore it the other day and I love it. And Killstar have a PVC one. Very, very shiny. I'll just do up the back of it so you can kind of see it a bit better. So it looks like this. The details of this is it's got like PVC straps, like the whole thing is PVC, but they are adjustable on the back, and this is also stretchy. So I am very glad that they put these in and didn't keep the whole thing PVC, because then you wouldn't really be able to adjust them. But I like that they've done this, because when I put it on it sat way too low, so I was able to adjust it for it to sit at like a decent height, I guess. So I do like that. It is boned, but boning in it is flexible, so very much like the other corset tops that I have. But I like that it has that, it gives you some structure, and I also feel like when you have tops like that, they almost like make you sit up a bit straighter, because to bend like you would bend the boning in it. And then it goes down into a point, kind of like a V at the front, which I really like. I feel like when you wear something like this with a skirt, have the top sit on top of the skirt, like have it out, it looks really flattering, almost like ballet looking. So I really like that look, and it's got quite a lot of boning in it, so it's got 3 on each side. And it's got 2 at the back, 1 on each side as well. It does have a zip, that's how you get it on and off. And it is lined inside. It's got like a really nice soft lining. And that's all the details. It is fairly simplistic, but I do like the boning in it. Quality wise, I think this is nice. I like that it's lined. I feel like if you bought something a lot cheaper, like say if you bought something like this for £10, I feel like it wouldn't be lined inside. So I appreciate the lining. I also like the adjustable straps. That's like a game changer. If something doesn't have adjustable straps, it really annoys me. So I'm glad that it has that. The PVC feels really like soft and like nice quality, but it is PVC. I don't feel like you can really go wrong with PVC. And the zip feels fine as well. Sizing. This comes up very small. I think I would be better with a medium. I can just about get it on, but you know when it starts to like cut into your skin that you almost like bulge out at other like it's not the best. It's very tight. It doesn't have stretch to it because of the boning. So no stretch. So especially if you're between sizes, I would say size up for this one. I kind of thought it might be on the smaller side, but I usually get all my stuff in a small for Killstar, so I think I would be better with a medium for this. Mainly the waist, that's the issue. It's just very tight. I'm hoping I can still wear this because I actually really like this, and I feel like this with like a lace skirt and like a lace bolero underneath would look really cool. Kind of tones it down in a way because this can be quite extreme, I guess. So I feel like with like a bolero underneath it or even a cardigan, it would just tone it down. But yeah, so that's my main criticism with this. The sizing is just really small. Funny that it's been both the tops that have been too small, which is interesting, but the dresses have been fine. I would definitely say size up for this one. This also is expensive for what it is. It's £44.99, so it's actually more expensive than that first dress, and it is like, it doesn't have much to it. Like it's it's a corset top, it's strappy, like there's not much material to it. The boning, I don't know if that makes it more expensive, but I definitely say it's a lot of money for what it is. But that's the corset top anyway. Overall, I'm hoping I can make it work because I think it's really cool. So yeah, that is the corset top. I'll go on to the lipstick and then I've got a very fluffy thing to show you after. So this one they very kindly added. They added a freebie with my free order. So that was very nice. And this is called the 0 Hours Liquid Lipstick. I've never tried Killstar's liquid lipsticks. I'm very much like a Maybelline girl. But this one looks really pretty. It's a vampy like burgundy red, and I love like reds and burgundies. And the packaging of this is really nice. It kind of has a gradient that goes from black to like a burgundy red. The brand is called Coven, and that's what it looks like. Almost like a wine colour. So I would be interested to try this out. I've seen Heavy Metal Mama review these and she really loves these, so hopefully these will be good. It says long lasting matte finish, vegan, apply to bare lips, let dry for 60 seconds. It will be interesting. So yeah, she's reviewed them and she like spoke really highly of these, so definitely interested to try that, and I really like the colour, so that's a win. It says £1 on here. I think these are in the sale and they're kind of getting rid of them, so it's quite a bargain for a lipstick. And the last one is very exciting and it's very simplistic for what it is again, but I love it. So this is called the Chiroptera Cardigan. Again, I got it in a size small, so this is the world's fluffiest cardigan. Yeah, it's basically a black fluffy cardigan, but I saw the material of this and like the photos and I could judge straight away that it's the same material they used to use for their jumper dresses, which I'm obsessed with. I've got 2 jumper dresses by them and they used to do like cropped jumpers in this same material, but I have one that's the witch one and also the moon one, and they get worn like a lot every single winter. That material I'm obsessed with. I really hope they bring back jumper dresses in that material with like a back cutout or just some, or like a coffin, just something, because they are so cool. Like they're so warm and it feels like you're wearing a blanket, but they're also so flattering because they are bodycon, and I just feel like that with a harness, it's just so nice. So yeah, basically obsessed with this material, and when I saw they had a cardigan in it I was like, this is great, because I have a lot of like things like this is a short sleeve top and now it's like 12 degrees, so it's not super cold, but it's on the cooler side. So I thought with something like this I could still wear my short sleeve things and then throw this over the top, because I know how much of a warm material that it is. So the details of this is it kind of has like a very low v-neck to it, which hopefully you can see, and then it buttons up. It's got 4 buttons, and then at the end it kind of goes into a V shape, which hopefully you can see. And then on the left hand side it does have a bat out of metal that says Killstar, just like a little added detail. The sleeves are very fluffy, very cozy, and they are like ribbed at the ends as well. So yeah, it's just like standard length, buttons up. I'll probably leave this unbuttoned, to be honest, but if I can show you the material up close, like it's this lovely fluffy material. I really hope you can see like how soft this is. It's so soft. It's just like, as I said, wearing a blanket. It's lovely. I'm planning on just like wearing that over something like this when you've got like something short sleeved, and then you can like wear something like this over the top, so you can kind of wear it in those colder months. Or like if you're wearing a dress with maybe a leather jacket, you could sneak this under the jacket just to keep you a bit warmer. So that's what I intend on doing with this. It's very much a simple item, and it is expensive. This one was £47.99, which I do feel is very overpriced. I feel like when I bought those dresses I paid about 40 for them, and that was like a dress version with more detail, whereas this is like 48 for like half of it, or maybe not even half, because like the front of it's very low. So it's very expensive in my opinion for a cardigan. However, I really love the quality of it, but it just feels like really cozy, and it is really, really warm. I'm very glad I have this. I love anything in this material. I can't like rate it enough. If Killstar are watching this, please bring back jumper dresses in this, please. But that's probably my only criticism of this, is the price. I think the quality is nice, the sizing is accurate, it fits me really well. I feel like even like 35 or 40 would be a much more fair price than 48. That's nearly £50. Like, I wouldn't pay that for a cardigan, but I do really like it as an item. Like, I'd say this, the corset top and the dress, I'd say are overpriced, but this one is like really good quality, so I'm kind of torn about that. But I'd say these two are the most overpriced for what they are. So I hope you enjoyed my review of all of these pieces. Overall, I was actually very impressed with everything. I've bought from Killstar a lot over the years. I've probably been buying from them for 6 or 7 years. They've been one of my favourite companies for a while. Most of the experiences I've had have been really good. Not my previous order, but the order before that, I didn't have a good experience with that, like, at all. But this has kind of given me a bit more hope. And yeah, overall I am really pleased with everything that I got. As I said, if you'd like to see me style them, I will be styling them on my Instagram page, so you can go and follow me on here. Thank you again to Killstar for gifting me these pieces. It's very, very kind, and it allows me to review them for you as well, so thank you again. I have lots of Killstar hauls on my channel if you love watching those, so I will link my playlist in the eye for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments which item was your favourite, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!